Let's talk about Apptokens! Web3 gaming has seen many tokens rise to high levels and then crash, beginning with Axie Classic's SLP token and then moving on to so many other projects. Just look at a gaming token and the chart probably looks like this. This is not just a problem for traders or investors. It's a problem for everybody who wants Web3 gaming to be successful. Here's the problem. Even if a Web3 game knows that pump and dumps are bad, it's still hard to stop it from happening. Most games need to use an airdrop to get people to pay attention in the first place. During the airdrop phase, excitement and anticipation are high. In theory, it's exactly what the game wants. However, after the airdrop and token launch, almost every project experiences the same outcome: massive dumping of tokens and everyone getting mad. It's a challenge because the very hype that enables a game to get its initial attention is also the thing that leads to a crash later on. So what's the next answer? The answer is Apptokens. Created by the company Limit Break, these tokens give game developers substantially more control over how to design their tokens, allowing studios to avoid the pump and dump pitfalls that earlier games have experienced. At a minimum, we can try new things and have a chance of better outcomes. These Apptokens take the traditional ERC20 fungible token and build upon it, creating the new token standard ERC20C. With ERC20C, the token is still on-chain, immutable, and trustless. However, the developer is able to assign much stricter rules and restrictions into the initial parameters of the code. This allows the token to be restricted for certain uses only. The simplest example of this is a task-gated token. Imagine that someone is starting a new platform for chess players with its own token, $chess. Anybody who signs up for an account during the pre-launch phase is offered an allocation of 1,000 chess tokens. Whenever the token and the game are launched, the only people who are able to sell chess tokens are the ones who reach level 5 in the game. When a user tries to sell chess tokens, the blockchain literally checks a data oracle to confirm that the user's account is level 5. If the account isn't level 5 or higher, then the transaction is reverted, aka blocked. Keep in mind, this is not an arbitrary decision. There is no human who is reviewing your transaction and deciding if it goes through. There's nobody to make exceptions or to reject you because they don't like you for some reason. It's trustless, built into the code, and the code is what decides if your transaction goes through. It's just that in this case, the rule is that you have to reach level 5 to sell your tokens, a restriction that would probably reduce some amount of token dumping and increase the amount of active users in the game. And it's something that is only made possible by the new ERC20 app token protocol. For another example of what app tokens make possible, you can use something called a stable pool to gate swaps of on-chain resources to an in-game exchange with only trustless swap exchange rates. You could have a base building game where the goal is to build up your castle, and the game's marketplace lets you exchange 2 wood for 1 stone, or 2 stone for 1 iron, or 3 iron for 1 gold. These swaps would be trustless, on-chain, and accessible to everybody, and the resources would only be tradable in this in-game exchange, not elsewhere. Of course, these are just examples. Any game can set it up however they want. If you want to see more information on how the tokens are configured, this article on Medium goes through the details of standard, stable, and promotional pools. It gets kind of technical, so it's beyond the scope of this beginner's video, but the link is in the description if you're curious. The key is that app tokens enable this kind of advanced ecosystem design, which has until now been entirely lacking in Web3 gaming. Games either have no restrictions and usually fail as a result, or they rely on Web 2.5 style systems that put more and more of the resources onto virtual rails, taking away the real ownership that made Web3 gaming special in the first place. App tokens let us protect our gaming ecosystems while also maximally utilizing the value of blockchain technology. Any game can launch ERC20C tokens and integrate them into their ecosystem using Token Master, Limit Break's novel multi-chain protocol for exactly this purpose. For more information on Token Master, check the Limit Break website. Link is in the description. App tokens are the next big thing in Web3 gaming. They might be the game changer that enables Web3 games to finally build sustainable economies. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Flux signing out.